now if you want to hop into that one.
George Lenny, okay. Have a look at this one.
And underway. They get a really big opening, so they have the opportunity to take this different ways, but they both end up doing similar things. Oba with a slight lead until the blast.
Oh. Still early enough.
And George Lenny with a later blast. George Lenny is a Chord Cup veteran at this point with 5 Chord Cups played in. That's tied for the most with Boru, but highest finish of 6th. I think that was in one of the early Chord Cups in the Swiss format.
Who is the opponent?
Oba.
Oba, okay.
Oh.
727.
Oba, yeah. I do have.
Yeah, Oba's got a. Oba has a int PB of 16, and George Lenny int PB of 23. So should be a massive advantage to Oba, and is showing a 1-game lead right now, but really it's going to depend on who blasts and wins. So playing it safe, I think, is the key in this matchup. I think George Lenny reset too soon. Yep. And still at 1 win, even though that would have been the second board they cleared. So that's the second time we've seen that in 2 matches. Everyone follow Joseph's advice. Yeah. Turn on, flash on, win. We saw that before in previous Chord Cups in some of the final rounds. Kind of big decider. Obviously, the stakes weren't as big as they are today. Today, we have a trip to Madrid on the line to the Chord Cup Championship. And while I've been talking about that, Oba's been taking a massive lead using that 7-second int PB advantage to just take a massive lead. 1 board away. George Lenny nowhere close. Playing no flag. Doesn't even care. 1 cell to get. 2 cells to get. Oba finishes out. And that is...
Do we know the score there?
I believe 1-1.
1-1?
George Lenny told me it was 1-0 JLenny. 1-1, yeah, correct.
Okay. Very interesting. I believe Oba would have been suited higher based on my recollection. Yeah, 12 seed versus 21.
Is it seeded on expert or intermediate, or is it kind of a mix?
Kind of a mix of things. Mainly
Okay.
like kind of just looking at kind of both. Like usually if player A is better at expert than player B, they're also better at int. And it's kind of like just based on that.
Okay. We get into the decider match here. Again, a huge opening to start the match. They can take it completely different ways. Yeah, they slightly did. We can see a massive difference in the use of flags. Oba using way less flags than George Lenny is. Both with a blast on the first board. They line back up. They're on the same board again.
The board also pretty open, allows for 2 different lines.
But even though we saw Oba has a 7-second PB advantage and is playing a lot faster, we saw that they lost the first round. So it's 1-1. It doesn't really matter what your PB is. It matters when you're playing a match, can you stay calm? And like I said, a lot on the line this time. We've talked to previous players that get to the finals, and they do tell us that, even though they play Minesweeper every day, you're in the same place that you're doing it. It's not like we're going to a stage to play. You're playing at your desk. you get nervous, right? Because you got people watching. You'd love to win. Who wouldn't?
There's a lot more pressure. It's a do or die.
And that's slightly what we're seeing right here. This is 1-1, the decider, but this is a double elim bracket, keep in mind. So whoever loses here, we will see them again potentially if they're on stream, but they'll get another chance at it for sure.
Despite it all, both players. Oh, and there's a blast, but
They had
still
almost,
relatively even.
they were exactly even before that blast. They were on the same board, roughly the same board state, and 2 wins apiece. And it's really when they get separated where they're on different boards where there can be a massive discrepancy in who's ahead. JLenny took a second there to find the last cell. That can always be tough. And here we go. 3-3, 1 board to go. JLenny with the lead. Oba slightly faster of a player, but has been less consistent today. They're on different boards, so the 3BV could be a decider. Board looks really good for Oba, to be honest.
Oh, maybe the ending for JLenny. Really open.
And 1 more click to go. Oba
No.
closes it out, going down 0-1, comes back, wins the match 2-1, and heads on to play HQTF. So another Chord Cup veteran